If you guys don't know, the news that came out is XXXTentacion's mom wants to do a hologram tour with his son.
Interesting.
The guy passed away in, I believe, June 18th of 2018.
Yeah.
About 20 years old, right? 20, 21 years old, something like that.
Yeah.
I think his age was 20. Regardless, he was a kid when he passed away. Very young kid. And ever since he passed away, I feel like...
Yep, it was June 18th, 2018.
Yeah, 2018. And ever since he passed away, I feel like his team and whoever was in control of his empire, because it was an empire. At that point, he was selling millions of records, streams. That Sad single was #1 on Billboard Hot 100, just doing insane numbers. Huge artist, you know. And obviously when he passes away, people need to figure out what to do with the leftover music, what to do with his image. Should they keep going forward with it? Should they just hold on to it? Execution, all that. And his execution, his team's execution has been I haven't been happy with it. It's been piss poor. And the reason why I say that is because if you guys haven't been aware, like, posthumous albums have been coming out from him. And the first one was all right. The posthumous album, the first one was all right. It makes sense. The music seemed like he was getting to a certain album and he wanted to release it. But obviously, you know, his untimely death stopped that. But that was the first. Okay, so after he passed, let me see exactly the timeline. I want to get this right.
Yeah,
he drops the Question Mark album in beginning of 2018.
Yes. Does
insane numbers, great, blows up. At this point, he's mainstream level. Everybody knows who he is. Then what happens, though, is, of course, he passes away. He was working on his upcoming album, Skins. Didn't get a chance to finish it. So his team takes it over. Then they dropped the album Skins. And you can tell this album was like halfway finished. It wasn't, you know, completely the way that he wanted, obviously, due to reasons of him passing. But the thing is after that, they should have stopped. After they released that Skins album, they should have stopped. They should have stopped releasing any other album. He clearly didn't have enough music. He didn't record enough music to sustain him releasing more albums after that.
Oh, so that's the reason you...
So his team is milking him after this. After this album, they were milking whatever music they could from him and releasing, even if the music was like, there's some songs where he's just like, mumbling, like it's not even a song. Mm-hmm. And they still released and try to sell it to his fans as like, hey, this is what X, you know, wanted or whatever the case may be. So after Skins comes out, that's cool. The album's good, does well. The record's halfway finished. A lot of artists jump on there. Kanye, Lil Wayne help out, all these things, right? Then there's a second album that comes out in 2019 called Bad Vibes Forever. And it's clear on this album, the guy's music is just not there. A lot of the tracks, a lot of features to fill in verses, a lot of like half-assed tracks that just weren't finished and clearly were just leftovers and tracks that shouldn't have ever came out were released. Now, I know some fans probably wanted it. They were like, damn, we need more music, as much music as we can get. That's cool. But if it ruins his legacy, like imagine if Pop Smoke right now, they're just dropping album after album after album after album after album and milking the shit out of him until the point where all the songs are gone and it just doesn't.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's.
The music becomes garbage at that point because he hasn't finished these tracks, you know?
Right.
So leading on to this point, what I'm talking about is his team, and I don't know if it's his mom. I don't want to blame his mom for things. I don't know. His team is just milking everything that they can out of, you know, and the music has been subpar. And now they're talking about doing a hologram tour of him, which is like, what the fuck, man? That's weird to me. Holograms are weird to me. What do you think about hologram?
I don't know.
Have you seen Tupac hologram? Remember that?
I saw it on YouTube video, but I never seen it in person.
That's
I wonder how it would
technology
be
is so weird.
Yeah, technology is kind of scary, man.
That is weird. That is very weird to me. I don't like that. I don't like the vibe of that. I would not want to see a hologram of a dead person. I don't know how it would
feel in person.
I just seen a Nipsey Hussle like hologram.
Yeah,
that's scary. Yeah, imagine you're like in concert.
Everybody would just be like
staring like. I saw a Tupac hologram and it was weird seeing Snoop Dogg perform next to him and Snoop Dogg pretend like it was real. Like, that's so weird, man.
Wow.
Not to mention, I don't know, that Tupac one was done a while ago, probably in 2016, 2017.
Was that the first one ever done too?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Yeah, because it was like
The problem
trending or
with
some
that was it was very expensive at the time.
yeah, it cost millions.
Yeah, like it was Dr. Dre
was-
paid for it, I think.
yeah,
Dr. Dre
it
paid
was-
for most of it. It cost like
Prices.
millions upon millions and millions just to make that, and then the company that made it ended up going bankrupt because
Wow.
it ended up costing more than they expected. So we're not talking about the business side of things. This does involve business of doing a hologram tour because you're trying to reap as much money from fans as you can, which, you know, X, from what I learned, let me see, his deal was like $10 million or something. Let me see, record deal.
Wow. Yeah.
Let me see, record deal. Yeah, signed a $10 million album deal before his death. So his mom, I'm sure, got that $10 million. And then you release those 2 albums. They do whatever streams, they make money. Then you release music videos off YouTube, they get views. So I'm sure his mom reaped in
a lot of money.
15, 20, 30 million potentially,
Something like that.
you know? So to do a tour to try to milk even more money off this guy, just let the kid rest in peace, man. He's a 20-year-old kid. Soul, he's passed away.
But do you think it's his mom? So she has the right to do what she wants. It's his son.
But think about this: has any other
know.
person
I know where you're kind of going with
has
this, but
any other person who has passed
it's
away?
mama.
Yeah, but even your parents could sometimes try to reap money off you as much as they can, because you know it depends on your parent.
Yeah.
It depends on the kid and
I
parent.
guess it's the way you do it. Depends, man. Like,
Depends
if
on the
it's
kid and parent relationship.
If it's something doing with the fans, you know.
Yeah,
oh, man,
we'll read all the article
Right,
what
yeah.
what the fans
Oh.
wanted. But my point is, I feel like when somebody passes away, we shouldn't try to bring these people back to life because of technology. Even rich billionaires are trying to live forever.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you need to accept your time is going to come, move on. It
I
happens. That's why I'm saying let go. It sucks that he passed away. I'm sure his mom went through it. I'm sure the whole family went through it. People pass away every single day. Deal with it however you want to deal with it, but do not try to bring this guy back from his grave, which is, I see it that way. Other people might not see it that way. I see it that way.
I get where you're going with it.
You're taking this guy's soul, his spirit, and trying to put it into a hologram and touring him across the world as a hologram. That's so fucking weird to me. I will never accept that. I don't care how far in technology we get. Talking to a dead person's hologram or trying to pretend like it's a real person is very weird and psychopathic. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
weird.
pretty fucked up.
It's a weird thing. So let me go over the article because I'm painting like this picture of his mom being such an evil person. I don't want it to make it seem like that, but there's been a lot of slip-ups in his career. His mom went on Instagram Live to promote another artist on his Instagram. So imagine he's dead, right? So
Yeah,
he's dead. You go on his Instagram to promote another artist. So like all of his fans thought he was alive. When he went live, people were like, "Oh shit, this might be X.
Wow,
He might be
that's
back."
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah, and it was his mom on there promoting another artist. That's so messed up. Like his fans were
Wow.
probably excited, like maybe he just faked his death and he's back. You know, like some crazy shit. Whatever.
Right.
You know, whatever
Wow.
fans think. So let me go over the article quick. Prior to his death in 2018, XXXTentacion had a fan base willing to go to war with him, and 2 years later, they still speak with his best interests in mind. Now his loyal supporters may get to see him long after his death in the form of a hologram. During a Q&A with fans on the Discord chat service on Sunday, his mother asked how fans would feel about a hologram of XXXTentacion, who died on June 18, 2018. Photos of the Q&A conversation that took place between X's mom and his fans began circulating the internet and showed her being asked, this is what a fan asked, will there be any live concerts arranged for X? And if so, when will there be hosting XXXTentacion shows in Nigeria? Now, that question is weird because if you're a fan of him, you know he died. So how is he going to do a live concert? That's such a weird question to ask as a fan. Hey, when are you going to do a live? The guy's not here. What the fuck kind of question is that? But whatever. So his mom replies to it saying, well, he's not here, but how would you guys feel about recreating at least part of his energy with a hologram? So she kind of like said, how would you feel about it? She didn't say she was going to do it. I do give her the benefit of the doubt for that. She just said, how would you feel? But even to throw that out there, to me, is like trying to milk, you know, this person as much as you can out of money. That's how I feel. I don't know. Other people might feel a different way. Other people, you know, fans obviously missed this kid. I understand. But things happen, man. I miss Nipsey Hussle. I miss Pop Smoke.
So
Am I hoping they do a hologram tour? No. Like, let that guy. It is what it is. It happened. So what were you saying?
No, I was gonna say once that person has passed away, that's it, man. Just stop. It's over with.
Exactly, man.
It's done.
You know, obviously try to create their vision as much as you can. Like Pop Smoke, when he passed, they were thinking of just stopping everything. I'm glad 50 jumped in and was like, hey, continue this guy's legacy, because he had his plans to release his album this summer. So they executed that. You know?
Yeah. So
and he had his album about 70% done.
That's
so
acceptable.
Yeah, that you know, like he never had an album out. He had plans to do it.
Right.
You know, and the album is about 70% done. So yeah, you're pretty much you know you're good to go there.
So we're done though.
After that, yeah, do not please.
Yeah.
I hope Pop Smoke's team does not release a second album with like tracks that are 1 minute long of him like mumbling or some shit like that. Just don't do it. You're done. The album has been huge success for Pop Smoke.
Yes.
Back to #1, selling, about to be double platinum, the biggest hip hop album next to Lil Baby. You're done at that point. I feel like that's good enough.
So what about releasing some songs? Just
no. If he does features, like if he has a
know.
featured verse, which a lot of tracks, like French Montana just released a track with Pop Smoke.
Right.
That's a featured verse. It makes sense. You know, that was their intention. There's a lot of tracks. Even what's his name? J2, the guy who helped him rap. J2 Guap or some shit like that. Fuck, man. All these rappers' names. Yeah. J Pop Smoke. Let me see. J Guapo. Pop Smoke. J Guapo, yeah. So he just released a track with J Guapo, Black Mask with Pop Smoke. J Guapo helped Pop Smoke get into rapping.
Okay.
So they probably had this track finished, and that's fine. That makes sense. That's totally fine. I have no problem with that. And nobody should have a problem with that. If that track was intended to be released, he passed away and they waited and then they released it later. Okay, that's cool.
So what if they got a lot of records from Pop Smoke? Let's say he's got 80 songs completed.
Yeah, his manager said he has 400 tracks.
Okay, so 400. So why not drop some more albums here?
Here's the problem.
I want to hear it.
No. Here, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Here's the problem.
I'd love to hear it, man.
If the songs are so half-assed and not done, do not release it.
No,
that's
definitely not.
That's what the XXXTentacion second album after he died was. It was so bad. It was like mumbling and like.
That's obviously trying to.
Yeah, then you're trying to milk the situation. If Pop Smoke has like 20 tracks where, at least 1-2 verses are in it, and you're trying to finalize, that makes sense to me. I'm fine with that. Okay. So, I don't know, man. I don't feel good about where we're going with technology and trying to bring people back from the dead and trying to make people live forever. That is very weird to me, and I believe in spirits and I believe in the afterlife, and I don't want some haunting shit to come up to me and be like,
and you give me goosebumps.
Yeah, for real, man. I'm scared my damn self. I would personally, me, God forbid, if I ever pass away, I wouldn't want people trying to rebuild and try to reincarnate me and trying to. If I ever reach like a level of fame where like people are like, damn, we gotta get this guy's still continuing. Nah, dude.
So you won't allow me to just drop
Hell
one video? What up, guys?
no.
Quick. Just one?
Nah, if I have leftover material and you guys are trying to finish the rest, whatever, that's fine. But if you're trying to milk every
no, of course.
The person's dead, man. Let their soul rest in peace. Yeah. It is what it is, man. That's how life works. Appreciate the fact that he was here on Earth. He did what he did. That you even got that from that person.
But I don't know. It's just my opinion, though. But if your parents should have some kind of right to do what they want,
and they did. She did.
Yeah.
She released an album after he died. Okay, great.
Right.
Streamed, the music was great.
But she's going too far.
Now she's going too far.
Okay.
Now
I
it's
got you.
Okay, we understand the fans.
Okay.
The fans want content from you regardless. I asked on Twitter, hey, do you guys want this? People will be like, yeah. They don't even like look into it and be like, they just want more content, which I understand. If I'm a fan, if 50 passed away, I'd be like, dude, release all the music. I would love, but I wouldn't want his legacy to be reduced to just a bunch of tracks coming out and just music shit. Like Tupac, dude, they reaped the shit out of Tupac's career with music. The last like 3 albums were so fucking bad, it was ridiculous. They reaped the shit out of his career. They just boom, music. And that's not right, man. That's not. Yeah, the music comes out to be garbage. His legacy gets ruined. Like Kobe, they're gonna do Kobe did a documentary. You know how Michael Jordan had the last dance?
Yeah,
that was his last run in his career.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe shot basically a last dance type of thing with his last run in his career.
Oh, okay.
So Kobe was there alive though while they were working on it. So it makes sense to release that.
Oh, of course.
Because he was there. He had plans of releasing it. Go ahead, do it. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's
But
Yeah,
God
I
forbid
got
if they're after that, they keep trying to milk that thing and they try to do more shit out of that. Like it's dumb. It looks, it's not genuine. It's just you cash grab, money. That's not cool, man.
Unfortunately.
So yeah, I don't know about hologram
Sad.
tours. I don't like them. I have no interest in ever going to a hologram tour. I don't care who tours that. I don't care if it's Nipsey, Pop Smoke. I've never seen Pop Smoke or Nipsey perform live. I'm not gonna go see a hologram of
Yeah,
those
but
two.
the problem is going to be is
Not the same.
if it succeeds, like if they do it and it succeeds very well, watch, it's going to happen with.
Everybody's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Actually, artists, probably even a live artist, are not even gonna go there anymore. They'll be like, "Yo, send my hologram."
I'm
we can
staying
do
at the
it."
crib,
Yeah.
man.
Which I wouldn't be surprised with COVID and all this stuff. If you can't move, they're
Yeah.
probably gonna do some shit like that where holograms are gonna become, You saw the NBA interview. Draymond Green was interviewing the people in the bubble, the players in the bubble.
Oh, yeah.
They
when
did a
he
hologram
Yeah,
interview.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
But he's alive. That's
But
fine.
that-
The guy's
right, I
alive.
got you.
That makes sense. Okay, if you're alive and you want to do a hologram tour, fuck it. I mean,
Indeed.
if fans are willing to pay for somebody that's alive and do a
Indeed.
hologram, do it. I don't
Indeed.
give a shit.